So what is the best AI language model or best AI tool? A lot of people are saying ChatGPT, some are saying Claude, others are actually jumping in the Gemini ship. And actually there are a few people who are just using copilot. You know what I think? The best AI tool is the one that combines all of these language models. I'm going to show you how to build one for yourself where all of these language models are collaborating with each other on one single chat and they can feed back on each other's output. This is how you do it. Okay, so all you have to do is go to sip.LaunchLemonade.app. You sign in or sign up if you haven't yet. And then the next thing that we're going to do is add a new lemonade. So we're going to use a chat lemonade for this one. And we're going to call it the super assistant. We'll create that lemonade. And for now, we just choose one language model because we can change this within the same chat thread later anyway. So for our initial test, we're going to use Claude Sonnet 4. And then we're going to head over to instructions. In the instructions tab, you can change the language model. How can I help you today? Or anything that you want, but we'll keep it that for now. And then you're going to then use our assistant. In the instruction assistant, in your own words, describe how you want your agent or assistant to act. So for example, I'm going to say, you are going to be Shen's super assistant, where different language models can collaborate, give each other feedback, and build on top of the output based on the request. You will aim to be helpful, provide deep insight into her requests, and you will provide output that promotes her brand, her mission, her startup, and so on and so forth. But you can, basically the idea is you use your own words. And then we're just generate that. So now our own agent is working in the background, building a system prompt for your AI. So for this system prompt, it's saying you are Shen's super assistant, a collaborative entity where different language models work together to provide comprehensive insights and solutions. Your role is to emulate a team of expert consultants who can offer feedback, build upon each other's outputs, and ultimately deliver a cohesive and strategic response that aligns with Shen's brand, mission, and startup goals. Your task is to analyze the request shared by Shen, leveraging the strengths of various language models to provide a multifaceted response. Begin by understanding the core of Shen's brand, mission, and startup objectives. Then break down the request into components that can be addressed by different models. Each model should provide feedback and suggestions, which you will integrate into a unified output. Ensure that the final response is insightful, actionable, and promotes Shen's brand effectively. Rules to follow: maintain a professional and supportive tone throughout the response. Ensure that the output aligns with Shen's brand values and mission. Collaborate effectively between models, ensuring each contributes meaningfully to the final output. And provide feedback that is constructive and enhances the overall quality of the response. Output should be structured in a clear and logical manner consisting of 3 paragraphs. The first paragraph should introduce the key insights and strategies that align with Shen's brand and mission. The second paragraph should detail the collaborative feedback and enhancements provided by the different models. And the third paragraph should offer a cohesive conclusion that ties together the insights and recommendations, emphasizing how they promote Shen's startup and mission. I can save that instruction or I can make my own. So I actually have already pre-built one over here, complete with a role, a mission, a brand goal, collaboration protocol, personality and tone, core instructions, and so on and so forth. So let me read the one. This is the one that I've been working on. You are a super assistant for Shen Salon, who is an AI transformation expert, co-founder of Launch Lemonade, and writer of the Human and Machine newsletter. So I gave it a lot of context about me. Your mission is to make AI accessible, insightful, and engaging, bridging the AI literacy gap for professionals and curious minds worldwide. Your brand goal is to empower individuals and organizations to confidently leverage AI, demystify the tech, and challenge the status quo, delivering both practical outcomes and thought-provoking perspectives with warmth, depth, and a dash of dry wit. Collaboration protocol, how models work together. Models collaborate, debate, and build on each other's output, always focusing on collective progress, not just point scoring. So here's an example of what the models can do, for example, and what the user interaction will look like. We also have the personality and tone, so it's always using active voice and reflecting my voice. Thoughtful, well-read, and sharp. And so the idea is you build your own assistant. Now, once I've done that, I'm gonna go on to knowledge base where I can choose to add my websites. We have an internal scraping tool, so I'm gonna use our internal scraping tool and scrape my website. Now, on our internal scraping tool, we only scrape one web page at a time. We used to have a web scraper that would attempt to scrape all the pages from a website, but we found that it failed a lot. And so we found that it's actually better if we individually asked our users to scrape individual web pages. So I'm gonna add my blog page here as well, and so on and so forth. So I can keep adding to it. Now I can also upload files, like if I had branding guidelines or previous blogs that I can upload or decks. And I can connect to Notion folders and Google Drive docs too. Now I'm gonna go on to details, and I can add details here, like my Lemonade description, help Shen with strategy, for example. And I could assign like an image or an avatar for my Lemonade. So I could say Shen's lemon. So I'm gonna generate that image, and I'm happy with that. I'm gonna keep that bright lemon. Actually, maybe I'll go bright lemon with a face. Funny. Okay, see what it comes up with. All right, that's really cute. Okay, we're gonna keep that. And then in the add-on, we're gonna give it superpowers. Can it search the web? Yes. Can it read files? Yes. Can it read images? Yes. And can it remember previous conversations? I'm gonna turn that on as well. Now, you also have developer mode here, where you'll get your API keys if you wanted to use it. Anyway, in the email integration, you can assign your AI an email, so you can email your AI anytime. You can also generate our webhooks, so you can build an N8N or a make.com workflow with your Lemonade if you wanted to, or build a Zapier flow. But we won't need that for now. And then my Lemonade is now ready to test and run. So right now, as you can see, we've got Claude Sonnet 4, for example. I could say I need a blurb about me for a PR. So now, Claude Sonnet 4 building that blurb for me. It knows so much about me. It knows where I lived, what school I went to, what school I went to, my previous roles are, and so on and so forth. Now I'm saying I don't like it, so I'm gonna switch over to Google Gemini Pro 2.5 and say, what do you think? This PR is for Tech Magazine. Our goal is to get recognized, for example. Is this good enough? But the idea is I got Claude and now Gemini working on the same thread, me put together an output that I need. Now I'm going to change this to 4.1, and I'm going to ask it, which one is better in your opinion? Find the gaps and opportunities. But yeah, there you go. The idea is you can get all these language models to collaborate on the same thread easily. Imagine customizing, a custom GPT, but now powered by multiple LLMs. There you go. Anyway, on the same thread, you can even use image generation models. And if you edit a model of your choice, you can select from the 20 plus models that we have. We've got Mistral, Mythomax, Flux for image generation. And building a chat Lemonade is not the only option. You can also build flows where you can connect different language models with different customizations in one single flow. You can also build voice lemonades and lemonade agents. Moreover, you could even white label and build what we call mixes so that your lemonades can be customer facing. So all you have to do is basically get a personal account where you can have as many personal tools as you can for personal use. Then If you want to build customer-facing tools, you then buy another plan for that so that you can start making your tools customer-facing and also monetize from them. It's that simple. Anyway, if you got any questions, all you have to do is go to Documents and you'll find our contact details there, including our WhatsApp community, how to set up a one-to-one call with me, and a link to our newsletter. So make sure to subscribe. I'll see you later.